need to press the thing in.
You can film but not record.
Huh?
You can film but not record.
You can film it, but don't press the record yet. But remember to press the start button whenever it tips off. How's Terrell looking?
Ah, okay. Right into it? Ah. Welcome back to Alcoa High School in the championship game of the Alcoa bracket of the Hammers Hardwood Classic as the Wildcats take home the Team Tornadoes. The Wildcats reached the finals by defeating Bates in the opening round and AC Reynolds last night here at Alcoa. Alcoa defeated Central and Catholic to reach tonight's game in their first two games. Alcoa comes in at 8-3 this season, with their only losses coming to Bearden, Maryville, and Webb. Besides their victories in this tournament, they have also beaten Morristown East, South Doyle, Pigeon Forge, Eagleton, Buckhorn, Alabama, and Fort Payne, Alabama. Oak Ridge and Alcoa have been playing for the 95th time since the first game in 1948. The Wildcats lead the series 64-30. The Wildcats have won 17 straight in the series dating back to 1998. Last season, Oak Ridge won at the Wildcat Arena 78-55. The last game here in Alcoa was won at the second game, shot by Grayson Slater 56-54. The Wildcats' next game will be on Friday, December 23rd at the Centennial High School when they take on Rossville. The following day, the Wildcats will take on Franklin High School. The Lady Wildcats will be in Greenville at the same time, taking on Coke County at 7 on the 27th. We're waiting to hear the final score of the game at Webb in the finals in the Webb Girls bracket against Morristown East. When we get to the score, we'll pass it along. Oak Ridge Basketball is brought to you with the season by Summit Medical Group, T.M. Bank of Oak Ridge, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Washboard Wash, and the Ford's Bob's Washboard Laundromat, Mike Kelly, Betsy Coleman Reality, the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic, the Oak Ridge Utility District of the Fox Insurance Group. Tonight, Oak Ridge is taking up the Alcoa Tornadoes. We'll be back on the starting lineups and tip-off in 3 minutes.
Oh my God.
Ah.
That's okay. That's good.
It was so long.
Slide by you boys. I'm going to run to the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, you want to swap?
Yeah, we got to swap seats. Remember what I told you about the,
Yeah, start the thing in front of you. Is it working?
yeah, it's all good. We're all set up. Each on OBS. Oh, hey, I'm going to check and see if that link works right now. I will. Website might be. might take a second to load. My internet's not been working really good that year.
I've got 2 pins out here somewhere.
Hey, have you guys seen a pin?
David.
You gotta get down there, dude. Yeah, fuck, don't take plays off this time, buddy. Alright, where's this pin at? David, I think you're schizophrenic.
And now the starting lineup for the visitors on the scoreboard. Oak Ridge.
Thank you.
Number 2.
Am I gonna be the tweeter?
Welcome back once again to the Alcoa High School gym, getting set for Oak Ridge High School championship ball. They are taking on the Alcoa Tornadoes. As James said a few moments ago, Oak Ridge has won 17 consecutive games over the Alcoa Tornadoes dating back to 1998. But this is a very good Alcoa team. Caleb Riker joins me now. Caleb, you didn't get a chance to see them play, but Alcoa traditionally has a great sports program, obviously, with their football team. But this basketball team is quick. What will the Wildcats have to do to beat this team tonight?
Well, Dave, we're going to have to go out. We're going to have to be really aggressive. We're going to have to be quicker than them and more athletic than them. They are a really athletic team, but we have the size advantage over them. We're going to have to get the ball low down to Cooper Williams and Shamar Green and then kick it out to our shooters whenever we get the opportunity.
About to get set. The Wildcats will come out in their gray jerseys. They're wearing their white and cardinal. The Alcoa Tornadoes in white and maroon. The Wildcats will start. Shamar Green, he'll be jumping for the Wildcats. Charlie Toppenheim, Cooper Williams, Garrett Giles, and Raekwon Watson. And we're about to get set here from Alcoa High School. The officials are about ready to step and start this ball game, and we are about to get underway here from Alcoa. Ball is ready to be tipped, and it's up controlled by Alcoa, and we are underway here at Alcoa High School with the basketball. Will come their point guard. They had a big win yesterday over Catholic. We saw Catholic as they pop in a shot to start the ball game. That's Condis Cherry, 5'9" sophomore. We saw him play last year at Austin East. The Wildcats trail it 2-0. Shamar's in the paint, lost the dribble, picked up by Charlie, pulls up and shoots. Good. Nice start for Charlie Toppenheim as he drops in the first 2 points, and we're tied at 2. Here comes Alcoa down the floor. Condis Cherry works the ball around the left side, right in front of the Oak Ridge bench. He dribbles it out, gives it over to Coco, 5'11" junior. Over to the corner, it goes to Kirk for 3, no good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Charlie Toppenheim's got it, gives it over to Ray, and Ray brings it across the line. Ray across the midcourt stripe, works the ball up to Charlie. Charlie looks to Cooper, turning, spinning, driving, shooting, up, no good. But he does draw the foul, and we'll go to the free throw line. Wildcats in a 2-2 ball game just underway. You just tuned in. The Lady Wildcats dropped their first ball game today, 45-34 to Morristown East, as Cooper goes to the free throw line. He is a 76% free throw shooter. First toss is up, and it's good. Cooper Williams back to the free throw line. He's one of the seniors on the Wildcat team, one of 4. Puts the shot up, missed. On the rebound will come Alcoa. They're moving left to right as we broadcast from the second level here at Alcoa. With a basketball for them will come number 4. That's Cherry. Cherry stops at the left elbow, works the ball top of the circle. Over it goes to Morrow Isle, 6'1" senior. Back to the top it goes to Coco. Jabril Coco, 5'11" junior, hands it off to Cherry. 3-2, the Wildcats in the lead. They launch a 3, no good. Rebound to the Tornadoes. They missed the putback, and the Wildcats, Shamar Green has the rebound to Raekwon Watson. Here's Ray pushing it up the floor, driving right, outside the three-point line, right in front of the Alcoa bench, will not shoot, goes into Cooper. They've got a mismatch inside. Cooper's going to go in for the shot, left-handed, off the glass, and the Wildcats have the lead 5-2. Here comes Alcoa down the floor once again. Dribbling the ball across the midcourt circle, they work the ball to Jay Kirk. Kirk at the top of the circle, back to Isle, I believe he pronounced it, as they go to Coco. Coco drives against Garrett Giles in the paint, throws the ball to the right corner, driving in, and here's a near steal, saved on the floor once again by Alcoa. They put up a shot, good. It's good by Coco, and the Wildcats have the lead still, 5-4, with the basketball coming down the floor. Cooper took a little tumble, Ray for three. Good! Three-point shot for Raekwon Watson, and the Wildcats have the lead 8-4. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Alcoa Tornadoes. Dribbling outside the line, they work the ball to the right corner. Over it goes to Jamar Dean. Dean lost the ball. Taken on the floor by Cooper Williams. Wildcats coming down the floor. With it will come Ray across the line. Ray, top of the circle in an 8-4 ball game. Thought about dribbling in, lost it. Taken on the floor by Alcoa. They're going to drive in for a layup. Good. Condis Cherry scores, and it's a 2-point game. 8-6 the score, and down the floor will come Oak Ridge. Ray across the line. Cherry defending him. Sophomore against senior as he works the ball to the right to Garrett Giles. Turns, spins, puts the ball on the floor twice. That's a double dribble. He got bumped, and he put the ball back down, or he dropped it. Either way, it's a turnover, and the Wildcats will give it over to Alcoa. 5:09 to play first quarter. 8-6 is our score. Here comes Alcoa. The Wildcats in the lead. Here come the Tornadoes. Not as big a crowd as we've seen here. Of course, Tennessee playing football here in a little bit. Maybe a lot of people elected to stay home. A lot of basketball in the last few days as they work the ball to Kirk. Kirk backs it up once again to Morrow Isle. He swings the ball to the right side to Kirk once again. Cooper guarding him outside the perimeter. Looks to go inside. They tried to go down low. He's going to penetrate the paint. Spin, shoot, blocked by Cooper Williams. Oak Ridge ball to Raekwon Watson. Wildcats with the ball, leading 8-6, 4:33 to play in the first period. With the basketball will come the Wildcats. Senior point guard, picked up by Cherry, got his moving screen. There's Cooper, pulls up and shoots a three. Good! Three-point shot for Cooper Williams, and the Wildcats have an 11-6 lead over Alcoa. 4:17 to play in the first period. Here come the Tornadoes down the floor. Condis Cherry picked up defensively, and I think, Caleb, this is going to be a great battle, I think, all night as they put up a shot from 6, rolls off the rim, no good, rebounded by Shamar. I think the matchup between Ray and Condis is going to be a fun one to watch all night.
Yes, it is. Two undersized guards. They're both really explosive. Those Cooper shoots a three, that's off. And they're both just really, really good athletic guards. Condis puts up a shot, it's no good. Out of bounds off Garrett Giles.
Well, that's debatable. As the ball goes out of bounds, last touched, they say, by Garrett Giles, as Malik Howard, coming off of a 20-point performance yesterday, comes into the ball game. Ethan James comes in. The Wildcats substitute out of the contest. Looks like, who came out of the game? Well, I'm looking down there as they work the ball in. Almost a turnover there by the Tornadoes. Jamar Dean drives in. He's going to be fouled on the floor, I think, by Malik Howard. 3:37 to play. We're in the first quarter. 11-6 the score. Cooper's in. Shamar is out of the ball game. Charlie Taubenheim is out. So the Wildcats playing with Garrett Giles, Malik Howard, Cooper Williams. And here's a shot off the glass. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Ethan plays a guard position. He's a smaller guard. The Wildcats don't have as many guards. Typically an Oak Ridge team is loaded with guard play. As the Wildcats work it over to Malik, and he's going to bring it across the way to Giles, who doesn't catch it. Ball goes off his fingertips. Just a little lack of concentration right there. I think he was already looking to see where he wanted to drive before he actually caught the ball. 3:28 to play first quarter. Good start for the Wildcats. They lead it 11-6. With the basketball will come the Tornadoes. High floating shot, miss. Cooper battles for the rebound. It should be Oak Ridge's ball. We're not going to get any 50-50 calls here, as you expect when you go on the road. You know, these guys so far look okay. As they work the ball in for a shot, good. That's a nice little shot. And then it looks like Alcoa wants a timeout. 3:10 to play. We are in the first quarter. The Wildcats in the lead, 11-8. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School. 11-8 the score. The Wildcats in the lead. Coming down the floor, Malik Howard. top of the key, dribbles in all the way to the hole and lays it in and scores. Lady Wildcats lost their ball game today. The guys are up by 5 with 2:55 to play. We're in the first quarter of this championship game of the Hardwood Classic, Hammers Hardwood Classic from Alcoa High School. With the basketball is Condis Cherry. Works the ball to his left. Over goes to Morrow Ayl, A-Y-L. I might be saying that wrong. That's what it sounded like the PA guy said. Looks like that guy wants to drive on Garrett. Goes in for the shot. It's up, and it's good. Nice bucket there by Eli Graff, their quarterback on their football team, as Oak Ridge brings the ball down the floor. Here's the alley-oop to Cooper, layup, good. Wildcats using their size to their advantage, and it's a 5-point Oak Ridge lead. 15-10 the score, 2:18 to play in the first quarter.
That's exactly what they're going to have to do. Like I said at the beginning of the game, they're going to have to use that size advantage. And, I mean, they did it perfectly right there with the passing the ball right over the top of the center.
Oak Ridge basketball on the missed shot. Ethan James with it, looks to Cooper. Double team, wants to shoot again. Missed it that time. Took a little bit too far, maybe underneath the goal, and the angle wasn't great as they worked the ball down the baseline. Good defense. Uh-oh, he's wide open for a three. Clang off the iron, no good. Rebound to Alcoa. Cherry with the basketball. Wildcats kick it out. Their Graff has it at the top of the key. Lost the ball. Picked up by Cooper. Cooper Williams with it over to Oak Ridge's Malik Howard on the goal. Goes up for the shot. Good. Wildcats is dominating in the post and up now by 7. 17-10 the score. 1:28 to play in the first quarter. Here comes Alcoa down the floor. Tornadoes. Cherry with it. Dribbles out. Pulls up. Shoots a three. No good. Rebounded by Cooper. Cooper Williams down the floor. Working the ball to Oak Ridge's Ray Watson. 1:14 to play first quarter. Oak Ridge by 7. Malik's got the ball right side. It goes to Ethan. Here's the lob again to Cooper. Layup good. Wildcats, they have no answer, Caleb Riker, for our size.
I mean, I think this game plan's worked out perfectly for Coach Green here so far. And Cooper's been dominating. So, like in the post right now, he has 10 points. He has the 10 out of the 19 points that we have.
Wildcats on top, 19-10. Here comes Graff, almost stripped of the ball. Backs it up with 43 seconds to play. Take some really quick pictures. They work the ball. Eli Graff. Graff pulls up, shoots a three. Good. Nice shot there by Eli Graff. And here come the Wildcats. The lead is 6. Ray in the rear court, bumped by Cherry, fouled by Condis Cherry. Runs into the scores table. 27.3 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter. Oak Ridge in the lead, 19-13. Only the second team foul called against Alcoa. Oak Ridge will have 27 seconds to work the ball and get the final shot. Here comes Oak Ridge. Charlie with it over to Ethan James. Over to Charlie. Around to goes to Malik. Turns, spins, drives, shoots. Missed it. Shamar battles. Can't get the rebound. Saved by Oak Ridge. Back up. And good by Malik Howard with 6 seconds to play. Oak Ridge on top, 21-13. Here comes Graff down the floor. Dribbling. Pulls up inside the arc. Shot good. That's a 2. 2-pointer as the first quarter comes to a close. Good first quarter basketball for the Wildcats. They lead it by a score of 21-15. We'll be back to Alcoa in a moment. .15 is our score. The Wildcats have the lead. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. The Wildcats come out with Malik Howard, Ethan James. What's the play is halted for maybe the clock. Though the clock hasn't been reset to 8. That's the issue. Now they reset it, and we'll start here in a moment. 21-15 the score. The Wildcats have Ethan James in the ball game. Camden Langster is guarding him. He dribbles past him all the way to the hole, and no good. Malik battles, has the rebound, back up, short. Rebound by Shamar. He's tied up. It'll be Alcoa basketball. Good look by that time by Ethan James And Shamar just couldn't quite hold the rebound, and Malik had a little short shot, couldn't hit it, and it's a 5-point game. 20-5 the score. The Wildcats in the lead here as we play here in the second quarter. They'll dribble in outside the line. Graff again for three. Good. He's on fire. Wildcats lead is cut to 2. It's been all Graff really as Ethan struggles to bring the ball down the floor. Gives it out to the right for a 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Shamar. Hammered. Goes into Malik. Malik goes inside to Jarrell Jemerson. Back to Malik. Jarrell should have shot it. He hadn't played much, so he's kind of unusual. And they are about to tie it. No. Foul's going to be called. Wildcats substituting. Jarrell probably should have shot that. I think he kind of panicked a little bit. He hadn't played much to his credit as the Tornadoes will go to the free throw line with a chance to tie the ball game. 20-18 the score. The Wildcats playing with Jarrell Jemerson, Malik Howard, as that free throw is off the mark. Shamar Green, Charlie Taubenheim. Now Jarrell's coming out of the game. Ray's back in. Garrett Giles is back in. Here comes Cooper once again. 20-18, the Wildcats in the lead by 2. Back to the free throw line will go Alcoa. Second toss, good. Oak Ridge will work the ball down the floor. Eli Graff guarding Ray blows past him, brings the ball across the midcourt line. Oak Ridge by 1. Here comes Garrett Giles dribbling in, stopping, pulling up. Shot is partially rejected. Rebounded by the Tornadoes. Got to slow Graff down. He's been really good to this point. They get a 3 off. It's a little strong. No good. Rebound to Alcoa. Tornado basketball. They can take the lead right here. They do not. Shot is missed. Shamar's got the rebound. Shamar is then going to be fouled by Alcoa. 6:46 to play. We're in the second quarter. 20-19. Oak Ridge in the lead. Dean picks up the personal foul. Oak Ridge ball, and it comes to Ray. In the rear court, guarded closely by Eli Graff. The 5'10 senior guarding him aggressively as Ray runs into the defense. There's Garrett Giles, right corner for 3. They need it. Short. Gets his own rebound, wants to go right back up with it. Might have walked, goes in for the shot. Good. Garrett Giles scores, and Oak Ridge is up by 3. 22-19 the score. 6:24 to play in the second period. With the basketball, Graff once again. Don't let him shoot a 3. We've already seen he can knock down the shots, and he's feeling it pretty good here in the early part of this ball game. 6:14 to play. Dribbling in. Number 1, foul. He looked like all ball, but he did knock him to the ground, and that's going to be a shooting violation, and they'll go to the free throw line. At the line will go Coco. He's a 5'11 junior. Clang off the iron. The first shot is no good. 22-19. Garrett Giles picks up the personal foul. I know, Caleb, you haven't done it in a while. As he goes back to the free throw line. 22-19 the score. 6:10 to play in the second period. Back to the line they go. This one is also no good. Cooper Williams has the rebound to Raekwon Watson. Ray down the floor, bumped as he brings the ball across the line. Dribbles in, penetrates. There's Garrett, sets, guns, missed it. Rebounded by Shamar. He throws the ball down low. Garrett goes in for the shot. It's blocked. Taken away by the Tornadoes. All the way in, shot, no good. Rebounded by Garrett Giles. Giles down the floor for the Wildcats. Accelerates as he brings the ball across the line. Up by 3. Charlie for 3. No good. Rebound tracked down by Garrett Giles. Wildcats. Cooper. Alley-oop. Shamar. 1 dribble. 1 shot. 2 points. Off the glass goes Shamar Green. And the Wildcats are back up by 5. 24-19 the score. Here comes Alcoa down the floor. Eli Graff with it, top of the circle. Dribbles in. Thought about shooting. Will dribble and drive. Goes in for the shot. Partially rejected. Rebounded by, it should be Oak Ridge's ball. No, it's not. No, it's not. It was off of number 13. He missed that one. 5:15 to play in the second quarter. That was definitely not off of Oak Ridge.
That was a bad call.
Alcoa works the ball right corner for 3.
It's too strong.
No good. The ball does not lie. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Oak Ridge to the hole. Ray missed it. Rebounded by Alcoa. Up and down the floor we go. Number 4, Cherry. Almost double dribbles. Neal dribbles it off his foot. Mr. Official, who was that off of? Oh, it must have been off of him. 4 minutes, 59 seconds to play. 24-19 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Ray with it. Held. No call. Dribbles behind his back, swings it over to Charlie. Charlie fakes, pulls up, 6-footer, buries it. Good. Charlie Tobenheim, and gives Oak Ridge a 7-point lead. 26-19 the score, 4:40 to play in the second period. Up and down the floor we go. They get a shot up. Good. Nice pass. Inside to number 5, Ale. Hits the bucket. It's back to a 5-point Oak Ridge lead. 26-21 the score. Here comes Ray Ray down the floor. Ray Ray brings it across the line. Dribbles out. Gives it out to Garrett Giles. Garrett goes into Charlie. Mid-range jumper is no good. Rebound to Alcoa. Very little stoppage in play as the Tornadoes bring it across the line. With the basketball will come Graff. He drives in, partially rejected. Foul's going to be called against Cooper Williams. 4:09 to play. We're in the second quarter, 26-21. The Wildcats in the lead, but Alcoa will go to the free throw line. The man fouled is 5'10 senior Eli Graff, who has been on fire here in the first half, shooting from the perimeter. He will make his first free throws here, or attempt his first free throws. And that one is up, and it's good. 26-22 the score, a 4-point lead for the Wildcats as they substitute into the ballgame Joseph Carter for the first time. They also have in the ballgame Jay Kirk, Condis Cherry, Graff, and let's see, Isle is also in the ballgame. 26-22, 4-point lead. Toss, good. Oak Ridge ball facing pressure. Here comes Ray Ray down the floor. 3-point Wildcat lead, 4:06 to play here in the second quarter. With the basketball will come Raekwon Watson. Ray Ray penetrates, right elbow, cannot shoot from there. Backs it up, 5-second count was on. He lobs it over to Shamar, and then somebody pushed off. It's going to be a foul against number 2, I believe, Jay Kirk. He kind of held Cooper as Cooper was trying to get the lob over the top. It'll be the second team foul called against Alcoa. 3:54 to play second quarter, 26-23, Oak Ridge in the lead. Garrett works into Ray Ray, but he can't control it. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Alcoa. There's just not enough room to give it to Ray Ray there, and Garrett will try to, now they're going to switch it off, and now Ray Ray will inbound it. He'll lob it in to Shamar Green. Shamar looks for Cooper. No, it's Malik. He pulls up and shoots a 3. No good. Rebound. Shamar had it. What are they going to call? Personal foul called against Alcoa. They're going to call it on Carter. That'll be his first foul. That's a little iffy. It looked like two guys just going for a ball. But it'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the go. 26-23 the score. Oak Ridge on top by 3. 3:46 to play. Giles, Shamar are actually off the glass. Goes Cooper Williams. Good. Cooper scores, and once again the Wildcats dominating inside. 28-23 the score. Here comes Eli Graff down the floor to Cherry around the left side on the wing. Cherry, top of the circle, back to Graff. Has trouble catching it. Attacks inside. Tripped. Lost the ball. Kicked out of bounds. Last touch by, I think, Malik Howard. As they will substitute into the ball game, Dorsey, a 6'3 sophomore, maybe trying to get a little bit more height on the inside as play is halted for a second. While number 10, Joseph Carter, comes out of the ball game. Alcoa ball, bounce pass comes in, and it comes to Isle. Isle to Graff. He wants to shoot it. He's going to shoot it. Pulls up. There it is. Step back 3. Good. Guard him. Guard him. 28-26 the score. Oak Ridge by 2. Here come the Wildcats down the floor quickly. It goes to Cooper. Lobs it into Malik. Malik drives in for the shot. Missed it. Shamar back up. Good. Shamar Green with a putback bucket. And Oak Ridge is back up by 4. 30-26 to score. 2:57 to play in the second period. Graff with the basketball. Drives. Wanted to shoot. Will not. Kicks it out for a 3. That's an air ball out of bounds. That saved before it goes out of bounds to Cherry, who missed the shot. Garrett Giles has the rebound. Garrett is going to be fouled by Alcoa. 4th team foul called against the Tornadoes. 2:41 to play in the first half. Oak Ridge on top 30-26. Wildcats playing with Cooper Williams, Raekwon Watson, Garrett Giles, Shamar Green, and Malik Howard. 2:38 to play second quarter. Here comes Wildcats down with Cooper to Garrett Giles, to pass intended for Shamar, intercepted, and Alcoa will bring the ball down the floor. Graff for 3 again. Man, that guy doesn't miss. And it's a 1-point game. He must not have hit shots like that because we're slumping off him when he gets the ball as Oak Ridge works it into Malik Howard. Inside, oh, good idea. Shamar with it to Malik. Back up with a shot, partially rejected. Up, good. Give it to Cooper Williams. And the Wildcats are back up by 3. 32-29 the score. Here come the Tornadoes. With it will come Eli Graff. Graff now picked up defensively by Garrett Giles. He works the ball in for a shot. No good, but he does draw the foul. He's deceivingly quick. As I talked about, he's their quarterback on their football team. Minute 55 to play second quarter, 32-29, and they'll go to the free throw line. Caleb, you have anything to say?
I don't really have much other than the fact that we are getting torched right now by what's known to be a football player. But I talked with their announcer before the game, and he didn't really say he was the best shooter in the world. He said he was more crafty around the rim. He must just be on fire this game, Dave.
Yeah, he looks good as the Wildcats have a snowbird down the floor. That's Charlie. Toss good, and we've got a 1-point game once again. 32-31, Oak Ridge in the lead. Wildcats, Ray Watson brings the ball across the line. Oak Ridge works it over to Cooper Williams to Charlie Taubenheim. Here's the lob to Shamar. He can't catch it. A little bit better defense now against the post players. They set for 3, won't take the shot. They go inside. One dribble, cannot shoot over. Yeah, he does. Around Charlie, and Alcoa has the lead. Dean scores. It's 33-32. Wildcats, the lob, that time picked off. Here's Oak Ridge. Malik Howard with it. They go down low, once again on the baseline. There's Malik, three-pointer from the corner. Good! Three-point shot, Malik Howard, and Oak Ridge retakes the lead, 35-33. Here comes Graff once again, picked up by Ray. Dribbling in, now cut off, swings the ball back to the top to Dean. Jamar Dean dribbles in and might have walked. I would have called a walk right there. And he points to the Alcoa coach and says, get back, you're out of the box. It is going to be a foul called against Cooper, and that's going to send Alcoa to the free throw line. Or is it against Shamar?
Correction, the foul was called on Green. His first foul.
Shamar Green's called for the personal foul. That's his first. 5th foul called against the Wildcats. They can tie it at the free throw line. 1:03 to play. We're in the second quarter. Alcoa shooting 2. First one is good. 35-34 the score. Oak Ridge on top by 1. Got really quiet in the gym.
Yeah, it got very quiet.
Back to the free throw line once again. Shot is good. We are tied. Wildcats were up by 7 at one point. As the Wildcats, Ray's going to bring the ball down the floor. Got a screen, brings it across the line on the left side of the court. Now dribbles around another screen to the midcourt circle. Has Garrett in the corner. Has Malik up high. Malik drives, stops. He got fouled, but no call. Oak Ridge fans thought it was a foul. Either way, it's going to be Oak Ridge ball as it was knocked out of bounds by Alcoa. 47.3 seconds to play. 35-35 the score. Giles will work the ball in. Yet to do so. Works it into Ray for 3. Good! 3-point shot. Raekwon Watson. Oak Ridge on top by 3. 38-34. 39 seconds to play. Here's Graff once again. Graff dribbling in. Back to the goal. Drives in. Shoots. No good. Rebound, Malik Howard. Oak Ridge with the lead by 3. Here's Ray driving. That's not a walk. You can, they're going to call an offensive player control foul. That is a misnomer. You can slide on the floor with the ball, and it's not a travel. That's the Alcoa fans thought it was, but it's not.
Well, I just learned something new today. I thought that was just a missed call, but
his feet were up, so his body was sliding, not his feet. So Oak Ridge has the lead by 3. 17 seconds to play. 38-35. Graff, left elbow, top of the circle. It goes to Isle. Isle backs up, bounce pass, back to Graff. I'd let him shoot. He's been on fire the whole game. He's going to accelerate inside the paint. Fadeaway jumper is no good. Rebound, Cooper Williams. 1, throws it up in midcourt. Almost, but not quite. The Wildcats find themselves on top of Alcoa after 1 quarter, 38-35. This is David Clary along with Caleb Riker, James Phillips, Titus Fetters, David Urbanowitz, We are live at Alcoa High School, 38-35 our score. We'll come back and look at the statistics right after this.
High-scoring game. This game is exciting. Is this right? This is right. Kept up with the points. I'm bad at it. Huh? No, I'm good. I'm good with the points. I know I'm good with the points. Ray Ray only has 2 threes. Who? Yeah, Cherry's he's aggressive. Sorry. Charlie's got 4. It's been an offensive explosion from everyone, Cooper especially. We've only had 2 free throws. I originally started to try, and then James had the scoreboard flipped. I had to explain that we're always on the left side. I didn't know that. I know. I explained. It's okay. I got it. 10, 13, 14. 6, 15, 21, 25. I have 39 points. They took away one of our points. Somebody didn't get credit for a 3 then. It must have been Ray Ray's, but it was clearly a 3. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right, it was. Because he shot it, yeah, it was a 3. It was most definitely a 3. You go check the book. Yeah, I'll just say they gave him a 2 because. Go check the book. Dude, no, I have everything else right. I counted it up. It would be Ray Ray's 3. Maybe. I promise. I know. I think they did because when they got rid of it on, and then I look up. They got rid of a point. Okay. That's what I was trying to talk to you about. Huh? Me? Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, and I'm Caleb Riker, and I'm going to tell you guys the score so far. We are currently up here at Alcoa, 38-35. Our leading scorer is Cooper Williams with 14, Malik Howard with 9, Raekwon Watson with 6, Shamar Green with 4, Charlie Taubenheim with 4, and Garrett Giles with 2. We're dominating so far down in the post, and that's exactly what we need to do. And that's just basically where we've gotten all of our points so far.
Thanks a lot, Caleb. Earlier today, the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats lost their first ball game. They fall to 9-1. They lost to a very good Morristown East team. 45-34 was the final score. Lady Wildcats' next ball game will be on the 27th of December. That'll be a Friday. The Wildcats will be traveling to the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic, as they do every year, and they'll take on Clark County in the first round. That'll be a 7 o'clock ball game. On that same night, the Oak Ridge High School boys team will be in Franklin, Tennessee, and they'll be taking on Rossview High School, and that'll be a 7:30 Eastern tip-off from Centennial High School. We'll have the broadcast. Our policy on Prep Radio is to follow the team that is the farthest away, and we will be doing the first 2 ball games, first 2 and only ball games for the Wildcats in Franklin, and then we'll conclude with the girls tournament up at the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic. 38-35 is our score. We're about to start the second half of the game. They are not wasting any time getting underway here. The Wildcats come out with the original starting 5. Charlie Taubenheim, Garrett Giles, Cooper Williams, Shamar Green, and Raekwon Watson. It'll be Alcoa basketball as we start play. It'll be their basketball. The Wildcats by 3. Oak Ridge has led by as many as 7 in the ball game. Alcoa hasn't had any kind of a lead except for one. They're going to drive in number 4. He falls down. He dragged his feet that time, and that's why it was a travel. And that'll be a turnover for Condis Cherry. He saw a wide open lane to the goal, and he turned the ball over. Oak Ridge with it. Wildcats facing pressure in the rear court. There's a holding as Cooper tries to work it in, and it comes to Shamar, who makes the catch across the line, giving it off to Charlie. Charlie, right elbow shot, no good. Battles for his own rebound, cannot get it. Shamar does to Cooper. Cooper then lost the dribble off the body of Eli Graff out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 38-35, Oak Ridge in the lead. To work the ball in will be Ray from the baseline. Looking to lob it in, does to Shamar, back to Ray. It goes in the corner. He wanted to pull the trigger on a 3, didn't do it. Backs it up with a dribble once again. Now accelerates to the right block, goes in for the shot. Good! Off the glass, Raekwon Watson, and the Wildcats have the lead by 5. 40-35 the score. Here comes Cherry down the floor. Cherry on a bounce pass. On the right side, they put up, shoot, no good. Shamar battles, has the rebound. Wildcat ball. Shamar Green with it over to Ray. Ray, foul, but no call. Ray pushes it. Garrett, Giles for 3. Good! The redhead drills it, and Oak Ridge leads by 8. 43-35, 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here come the Tornadoes. Graff again with a bucket. Good. Man, the guy's not missing. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Ray in the rear court, lost his dribble, needs some help. Brings the ball across the line, and what's the call? Timeout is asked for by Coach Green. 43-37, Oak Ridge by 6. 6 minutes, 46 seconds to play. We are in the third quarter of this exciting championship ball game of the Hammers Hardwood Classic here at Alcoa. The Wildcats on top, 43-37. Wildcats will play Alcoa later on in the year, right back at this gym. The Wildcats have a long winning streak against the Tornadoes. You might remember this, Caleb, you weren't here. A couple years ago, we came here. We were trailing by 2 and came down the floor. Grayson Strader got one at the top of the key, launched a 3 at the buzzer, and we won, extending that winning streak. You remember Grayson Strader?
Of course I remember.
Yeah. 43-37, Oak Ridge by 6 with the ball. Graff knocks it out of bounds. For somebody who's just a football player, he looks like a basketball player to me, for sure.
Yes, he does, David. Yeah, he just seems like he's just a pure athlete. He's good at sports. I think he's just a sport guy, not just a football player, as he gets turned around by Raekwon right there.
Ray does bring it up. They've pressed us almost every possession, and the Wildcats have done a pretty good job to this point. Cooper's going to have to get rid of it soon. Does the dribble, and then gives it off to Ray. Ray accelerates all the way right side. Travel is going to be called. That's the same official who missed one earlier. I think what happened there, he had already delivered the pass, and he thought he had taken a step, and he did, but I think he had already passed it. Either way, it's a turnover. 43-37, Oak Ridge by 6. 6:18 to play third quarter. Graff with the basketball over to Kirk. They work the ball inside. Here's a little mid-range jumper. That's a brick city. No good. Very bad shot. And it's going to be a jump ball, the alternate possession arrow to the Cardinal in gray. 6:07 to play third quarter, 43-37. The Wildcats have the lead. Raekwon Watson, Charlie Taubenheim, Garrett Giles, along with Shamar Green and Cooper Williams. Oak Ridge basketball, and it comes to Garrett. See if they try to trap him. Nope. They're going to let him bring the ball down the floor. He got bumped by Dean, and they say he stepped out of bounds. Good defense by Dean. Garrett went to the sideline, got there a little bit too close, and evidently stepped out of bounds. 6:01 to play third quarter. It'll be their basketball. Graff harassed by the Wildcat. He goes in for the shot. No good. Rebound back up, and good. They score, and Alcoa wants a timeout. 5:50 to play. It's a 4-point Wildcat lead, 43-39. The Wildcats in the lead. I'm going to turn my mic off. We'll be back in a moment.
girls' game was just so long. There were so many timeouts and fouls. They ran his whistle. They are not his whistle happy.
Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School. Oak Ridge on top by 4. Wildcats' biggest lead, I think, was 7. I think Alcoa's biggest lead has been 1 in the game as Oak Ridge works the ball down the floor. Garrett Giles with it over to Cooper Williams. Wildcat will bring it across the line. Garrett dribbles outside the line, picked up defensively by Graff, picks up his dribble, needs to get rid of it, throws the ball, tending it for Shamar. Garrett dribbles in, stops, gives it over to Charlie, wanted to shoot, will not. Ray's got it, harassed there by Cherry, comes around a screen by Shamar, and then lost the dribble, picked up on the floor. Cherry steals it. What's the call? Whatever the call was, they're going to lose possession. They're going to call a travel. And I don't know about that one. He did kind of slide.
He rolled. He did a barrel roll and then threw the ball up court. So I don't know if the slide rule applies there, but I guess his feet did move.
Either way, it'll be Oak Ridge basketball up by 4, 5:23 to play. We're in the third quarter. It'll be Garrett Giles to work the ball in. Works it into Shamar. And they're going to call a travel. And that's that same bad official. 43-39 the score. I think he might have drugged that pivot foot a little bit, so I'll give the guy a little bit of credit there as the pass was a little bit off and made him kind of move a little bit more than he wanted to as Alcoa brings the ball with Graff. Graff's going to bring it across the way. Over to the top it goes. Looks for a cutting Cherry. Can't get the ball to him. Goes down low to Eli Graff again. He's gonna hit 30 points in this game the way this one's going. And Oak Ridge's lead is cut to 2. Here comes Cooper down the floor. Cooper in the rear. Oh, nice move. Brings it across the line. Drives all the way to the hole. That's a charge. And that is a good call. Cooper was bound and determined he was going to go in, and they had set up a wall down there, and that is a player control foul, and it'll be Cooper's second foul, and Alcoa with a chance to tie with a bucket. Here they come down the floor. Eli Graff. I don't know if he hates Oak Ridge, but he sure has played well against him in this game. Oh, that's an easy bucket. He missed it. Not as easy as I thought. Shamar with it to Ray, and he's being harassed everywhere he goes. Calls a timeout. No, they're going to call a jump ball. I think Oak Ridge wanted to call. I think Ray wanted to call a timeout. And let's see. I'm looking at Charlie and is coming out of the game and back in the ball game for the Wildcats will come Ethan James. One official said one thing, another said the other. I think Coach Green, what I saw was Ray calling a timeout. That's what I saw. I saw Ray call a timeout. But the bad official, he called a jump ball.
I saw Coach Green screaming for a timeout too. So I mean the back official had to have heard him.
Did you say back or bad?
I said back. The back official.
I said bad.
I meant the back one all the way back there where Coach Green is at. The bad official would be further up the court. I think that they're going to call it Oak Ridge ball.
Well, he got overturned because he was wrong. He was wrong, and he's been wrong a lot tonight. And now the other official comes in, and let's see if he's going to change it. He's going to talk to our scorekeeper. I don't know what this confusion could be.
It could be about the timeout, charging Oak Ridge with a possible timeout.
Right. Well, we don't have a camera down there. Maybe we should send our ace reporter, David Urbanowitz, down. But he looks – now let's who's going to get the ball now. Now here comes the third official in to change something. The three of them need to get together. They tell the Alcoa coach, Ryan Collins, take a walk. And he does, down the end of the bench there. While now two officials over to talk. And the one who I'm not too pleased with is in the rear court talking with Garrett Giles.
Seems to be having a good time. They're laughing it up back there. So
I'd be laughing at him too. 4:35 to play, third quarter, 43-41 the score. Am I a little bit too harsh on him?
I think you're a little bit too harsh on Blount County officials.
Yes,
entirely.
You're exactly right. I have over my long, I wouldn't say illustrious, my long career, I have seen a lot of weird things. I've told this story many times. There's a guy named Barry Mapp who used to do an official. Ayanna Porter's dad Adrian Porter was called. Now they're going to give the ball back to Alcoa.
This is a very interesting call.
Blount County.
Back and forth, back and forth.
I love a lot of people in Blount County, but the officiating is never good.
Have you seen this officiating crew before?
I have not, honestly. And I hope I never see him again. 43-41 the score. Here's a long three. Good three-point shot by Jay Kirk, and that possession gave them the lead. 44-43. The Wildcats back down the floor with Cooper Williams. 4:17 to play. Cooper's got to get somebody across. It's going to be a foul.
He held on to
Wow. Against Cherry. I guess he held Ray. It was a long, high looping pass, and that'll be his second foul. Obviously, the A team didn't want to officiate during the UT ball game as Oak Ridge will work it into Shamar. Layup. Oh, he missed it. I think he wanted to dunk it and then made a different choice and missed the easy layup. He was so wide open there.
He got up there. He could have dunked that so easily. I think he's just thinking too much whenever he got up there.
Alcoa in the lead, 44-43. Graff for the basketball. Surely he's going to slow down a bit. He does. He missed one. Tipped by the Tornadoes. Then Shamar reaches in and steals it away. Oak Ridge ball. Here comes Ray down the floor. Oak Ridge down by a point. 44-43. Ray about to be trapped. Goes to Shamar. Shamar drives in. He lost the ball. Picked up by the Tornadoes. They'll dribble in. Take a shot. Good, and he's fouled.
The basket for Dean is whistled good.
3-point lead for the Tornadoes. Their biggest lead of the game. 46-43. A couple bad possessions for the Wildcats, and it all started after that whatever happened at the scores table. As Shamar's going to come out, Malik's going to replace him. You look at Shamar. Shamar is a perfectionist. He doesn't like to make mistakes, and he's upset as that free throw is good, making it a 4-point game. 47-43. Here comes Ethan James down the floor. Picks up his dribble. Could have gone all the way across. Now he's in trouble. He works the ball to Cooper. Garrett Giles. Boy, they need this three from the big guy. Up, no good. Rebounded by Alcoa. Third quarter has been Alcoa's as Graff brings the ball down the floor. In the paint. Fouled again, but missed the shot. Wildcats, a wide open look. Wildcats in a little bit of a struggle here at the 3:13 mark of the third quarter. They trail it now 47-43.
One thing I have noticed is in the third quarter, their press has been much more efficient than the first half.
I would agree with that. As Graff goes to the free throw line twice. The first one is good. 5-point lead for the Tornadoes, 48-43. Wildcats have got to get back to what they're doing, but you're right. Wildcats have struggled to get the ball down the floor against their press. Second toss, good. Graff's been a big difference maker for them as the Wildcats. Ethan James is having the ball about to be ripped out of his hands. He works the ball out to Cooper. Cooper goes in for the shot. Good, count it, and he's fouled. Hard foul, comes crashing down to the floor. And the Wildcat, Cooper Williams, will go to the free throw line with an opportunity for a three-point play.
That's Cooper's 16th point of the game, hopefully about to be 17th with this free throw.
He'll go to the free throw line. Cooper wiping off his brow. Wildcats down 49-45 on the scoreboard. Cooper up, short, rebound, out of bounds. Should be Oak Ridge's ball. It is. Garrett Giles. Man, they work the ball to Ray. Ray drops. Thought about dropping it in. Going to get a screen. Cannot shoot. Malik will drive. Malik pulls up, mid-range jumper. That's short. Tipped by Cooper. Cooper Williams comes out of there with the ball. Cooper dribbles against number 2. Wants to take him to the hole. He does. No good. Good defense there by Jay Kirk. Here they come down the floor. Layup good. Wildcats down 6 again, 51-45. The Wildcats need to quit picking up their dribble. Malik, as they work the ball in for another easy shot. Here it is, blocked. Oak Ridge has the rebound. Ray with it. Wildcats don't need to pick up their dribble so quickly. Here comes Oak Ridge's Garrett Giles. Giles drives, stops, up on the putback by Malik is good. Wildcats down 51-47. 2:16 to play third quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
That was a really nice block too. He got up there. That was all at. That was crazy. I think we're seeing what Alcoa's school is like. I mean, it's really just this school is a bunch of athletes. This is an athletic school. They don't have that many people that go to it.
10 straight, 11 straight football teams.
A lot.
Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School. Oak Ridge down by 4, 51-47. Wildcats' biggest lead was 7. That had a really good third quarter, and Caleb hit it right on the head. The press has really caused Oak Ridge some difficulties, kind of sped them up. They've turned the ball over. They've not been able to really get into their offense. As Alcoa sets it up, once again, that's Joseph Carter, guarded by Ethan James. He backs up to the midcourt circle, gives it into Graff, goes in for the shot, no good. Rebounded by Cooper Williams to Ray Ray, the Wildcats. Bring it across, Ray Ray spins at the midcourt line, dribbles all the way to the hole, wanted to go all the way through, draws the foul from one of the Tornadoes. Minute 53 to play, third quarter, 51-47 the score. Carter picks up his second personal foul. Team foul number 3 called against Alcoa. That's going to send Ray Ray to the free throw line, a 91% free throw shooter on the year.
That is not someone you want to foul. I almost thought it was going to be on the floor at first. I guess they're going to call it. He was going up, so I'll give it to him.
Free throw's no good. I jinxed him.
You jinxed him, yeah.
Yeah. He'll have another one, though. Wildcats down 4, 51-47. Minute 53 to play in the third period. Wildcats playing with Cooper Williams, Malik Howard, Raekwon Watson, Garrett Giles, Ethan James. Back to the line, Ray Ray. Toss, good. 3-point game. Here come the Tornadoes. A minute 52 and counting here from Alcoa High School. Tornado basketball. Coco's back in the ball game. Played a lot in the first half. Has not played much here in the third quarter. Graff with it. Got to guard him. Bounce pass along the baseline. Back to number 0. He throws one up there. No good. Tip back up and good by number 11, Dean. And the Wildcats trail by 5. Here comes Ethan James down the floor. Runs right into the defense. He's tied up.
It'll be Oak Ridge ball.
And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Ethan ran right into the double team. Coach Green told him to go. He did. But there was 2 guys standing in front of him. And the Wildcats will get the basketball side court. Trailing by 5, 53-48. A minute 23 to play third quarter. Wildcat ball. Ray Ray in the ball game, running the point. Cooper's got it in the rear court. Wildcats have 10 seconds to get it across the line as Cooper brings it across. Has Giles in the corner. Garrett for 3, no good. Rebound to Cooper, ripped to the ball, goes right back up with it. He's fouled. Oh, that's a tough one. I'll be honest with you. I thought it looked clean as Dean commits the personal foul, and Cooper Williams will go to the free throw line.
It could have really gone either way. We've not seen that many free throws so far, so it's pretty nice to get to see some for us.
Cooper will have 2, the first of which is up, and it is good. Hit the front end of the rim and rolled forward. It's a 4-point game once again. 53-49 the score. Cooper Williams back to the free throw line. Toss, much better, good. 3-point game once again. Alcoa leads it 53-50. The Wildcats have led after the other quarters. Graff for 3. Yeah, that was a line drive that time. He might be getting tired as the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. Wildcats have Jarrell Jimerson in the ball game and Ray Ray both. 50 seconds to play. Ray Ray with it, back to Jarrell. Looks to Cooper, or Garrett Giles on the left block, wants to shoot, powers it up there, good! Garrett Giles scores, it's a 1-point game. 53-52 the score, down the floor will come the Tornadoes. 35 seconds and counting in the third quarter, 53-52, Alcoa by 1. Tornado basketball, Eli Graff with it. Got to guard the right guy. Jarrell was going after number 2, Jay Kirk, and now he's going to stay with him around that screen. 20 seconds to play. Graff, I would come and trap him right now, but 15 seconds to play. Here comes Ray Ray. They work the ball to the right corner. Bounce pass. They'll drive the baseline and throw the ball out to the top. Here comes Graff. Graff dribbling. Swings the ball. They've got a wide open 3. Good. 3-point shot. And the Wildcats heave one up again. No good as the quarter comes to a close. The Wildcats trail it 56-52. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter in a moment.
I don't think we should trap Eli. Just good game. We're going to need to – Garrett needs to step up. He has 7 points right now. Cooper has 18.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good. We haven't been able to lob it down to him since then.
Not at all. That's why I said we need to keep doing in order to win.
I agree. Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School, fourth and final quarter of this tournament. The Wildcats' next ball game will be on the 27th of December against Rossview, a state tournament team out of Clarksville. As Alcoa gets the ball first, up by 4. The Wildcats' biggest lead was 7. Their biggest lead, I think, was 6. As Alcoa gets the ball first as we start play here in the fourth quarter. The basketball will come Coco once again along the bounce on the right wing. Here comes Graff against Ray, and he powers in another bucket. He has been on fire, and the Wildcats trail by 6. Here comes Malik Howard down the floor, throws the ball, intending it for Garrett Giles. Anticipating the pass was Coco, and he knocks it out of bounds. 58-52, 7:36 to play in the ballgame. The Wildcats down 6. Garrett Giles will try to work it in. And evidently a foul, a holding foul called against Alcoa away from the ball. And it's going to go against the Tornadoes. It'll be the third foul on whoever it was. I didn't hear. Ray to work the ball in. And it goes to Malik for the layup. Oh, he missed it. Wildcats have had a couple of those, just wouldn't go in. And it's back to a 6-point game, and they've got the ball. 7:29 to go in the game. That was a really good feed, too. The Wildcats just missed it. Here comes Alcoa with it. That's Coco outside the line, picked up defensively, drives in, wants to shoot. Might have picked up his Graff, drives in, stripped to the ball, goes in for the shot. No way. It's one of those games where you just know as Cooper goes inside to Garrett Giles, goes in for the shot, good. It's one of those games where the guy's on fire and he's got anything he puts up is going to go in.
Absolutely. He's just also been using that size, I feel like, later in the game. His shot's not been followed as he shoots another one.
Well, he does miss one there, but the Wildcats are still down 6, 6:48 to play in the ballgame, 60-54 the score. Wildcats trailing. Jarrell with it. Wildcats haven't been able to get many threes off because of the great defensive pressure. Oh, there's a hold. You got to call that. It's on Jay Kirk. He just really tackled Cooper Williams. That's the second team foul called against Alcoa. They'll be Oak Ridge basketball. We can't get any threes off because they're so athletic, and they're just right up in our face.
They're really good at the closeout defense. They come on the help, and then another help defender comes right after we pass the ball. It's out.
Here's a missed shot by Cooper Williams on a little putback on the alley-oop, and they can increase their lead. They're going to right here on this three. No, it's no good. Wildcats need to go. Wildcats, Ray with it. 6:22 to play in the game. Oak Ridge trails 60-54. The girls lost today, 45-34 in their championship game. Ray around a screen. Wildcats need some offense. Maybe Malik with it. Malik's going to drive into Cooper. Can't control it. Saved by Garrett. Garrett drives in. Bounce pass inside. Malik shot good. Malik Howard with the bucket, and it's back to a 4-point game. 60-56. Time ticking down. 5:55 to play in the ball game. Alcoa with the basketball. Graff with it, left side to Carter. Carter against Charlie. Wanted to shoot over the top of him, could not. Backs it up to Isle, who swings it up to Dean. Dean and the Tornadoes dribbling in. Shot, no good, but a foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. He just used his quickness and his speed, and this is nothing against our guys. They are quicker than us, and they've got to be very, very careful. We've got the size advantage for sure. They've got the quickness.
I kind of disagree with that foul. I didn't really say anything there. They've been letting that play all night, but I have to completely agree with you. They're quite a bit more athletic than us.
Free throw is up, good. 61-56. Shamar's back in the ball game. Malik Howard will check out. Back to the free throw line, the 6'2" sophomore. Toss, good. Wildcats has been sitting at about 6 for the last few minutes. The Wildcats got to get stops on defense. 5:35 to play in the ball game. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Ray. A lot of collision there as Cooper gets it. Somebody's got to be open. It's got to be Shamar. Back to Charlie for 3. No good. Can't get his own rebound. Charlie has been out of the game a bit as Graff brings the ball down the floor. They got to slow him down. They have the basketball up by 6. And then a timeout is asked for by Alcoa. 62-56 our score. 5:13 to play in the ball game. We'll be back to Alcoa in a moment. Welcome back once again. 5:11 to play in the ball game. 62-56 to score. The Wildcats trailing it. Alcoa ball. Oh, here's a 3. It's up. No good. But wow, pulling down the board. That's what I'm talking about, their quickness here. As Oak Ridge gets it. Here comes a dunk. Garrett Giles, two-hand dunk for the Wildcats. And hopefully David got it. It's a 4-point game. 62-58 the score. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to play. Here they come. The left side it goes to Graff. Eli Graff. Wildcats playing a little zone there as they work the ball to the corner. Good trap being applied there. He works out of it. A travel is called. Good defense. The Wildcats, Caleb, they set the trap on him. He panicked a bit and turned the ball over.
I think that dunk could have electrified us a little bit, gave us a little bit of motivation. They've kind of had a defensive half this half, but we could.
Here comes Cooper down the floor. Over goes the top to Ray. Ray dribbles in. Ray to the hole. No good. A lot of contact, but Alcoa down the floor saves it. What an athletic play, I'm telling you. As they work the ball cross court left corner, big 3 on the way. That's an air ball. No good. Rebound on the floor. Bodies all over the floor. Alcoa's got it, and Alcoa calls a timeout. 4:01 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats trailing at 62-58. We need another timeout because the music is playing. Off go the mics. We'll be back in a moment.
I forgot what I was going to say. I think that dunk really did help out a lot, though, maybe with some momentum. He's looking right now for sure. He better have or he's fired. By the way, Garrett did step out down there whenever. Yeah, that's what David said. I can tell.
Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School. 62-58 the score. 3-pointers missed. Rebound by Cooper. Cooper to Garrett Giles. The Wildcats down by 4 with the ball. Garrett one-on-one. Right block shot. No good. Rebound to the Tornadoes. Here they come down the floor. All the way down the floor. They swing the ball to the corner. Out to the top it goes to Graff. Might have picked up that pivot foot. Did not. Now drives in. Swings the ball back out. Big 3 on its way. No good. Rebound to the Tornadoes. Out it goes once again. Down to 3:33 to play. The Wildcats down by 4. Their basketball. And then for a moment, ball is picked up by Graff. Graff works the ball to the corner. He won't shoot. Backs it over. Eli Graff. Let's see if they bring up the big guys on this much smaller guy. He's been lights out shooting today. 5'10 guard. I think he's not that tall. 3:14 to play. They work the ball to the corner. A little keep away, a mid-range jumper, good. Pretty shot by Jay Kirk. And the Wildcats are down by 6 once again. Time ticking away. Camera guy had to save it. They should have stopped the clock just for a second as Oak Ridge will bring the ball down the floor. An official timeout. Not exactly sure. I think there's some blood on Garrett's eye. He was elbowed on this end of the floor, and they didn't call it. He got elbowed in the face, and he's bleeding, so he's going to have to come out of the game. I saw him get elbowed down here, but they didn't call anything on the missed shot a moment ago. As Charlie Toppenheim re-enters the ball game for him, and then it comes to Shamar. Wildcat basketball down by 6. Wildcats have lost 1 game this year as the Wildcats need some points. Malik with it to Charlie. Charlie dribbles in, floats it in, good. Charlie Toppenheim scores. Time is an enemy right now, down only by 4. 2:38 to play in the game, though. 64-60 the score. Alcoa basketball. Eli Graff with it. Fouls are not an issue as he thought about shooting a 3. Cherry drives in, will not shoot. Playing keep away right now as that's a high pass, athleticism all over the floor as a timeout is asked for by Alcoa. 2:19 to play. Why don't you run down the scoring to this point in the ball game, Caleb?
So far, our leading scorer would be Cooper Williams, and he has 18 points. Charlie just scored. He has 6 points. Raekwon Watson I have him at 9, but they took away one of his threes, I feel like, earlier, but that would mean he has 8 points. Malik Howard has 13. Garrett Giles with 11. Shamar Green with 4. And that's all so far, but it's been really a good offensive game for the Wildcats in the first half. It slowed down a little bit in the second, but we're picking it back up now.
64-60 the score. The Wildcats down by 4. Only 2:19 playing the ballgame. The Wildcats dominated the first half, but a sluggish third quarter has been their undoing to this point as Alcoa tries to work the ball in. They do, and the Wildcats, Shamar almost had it. Saved on the floor by Graff. 2:15 to play. Oak Ridge has committed only 1 foul, so it's a long way before they send them to the line. As Graff drives in, fadeaway jumper. Oh! They say a foul is going to be called against Cooper. Might have got him, but looked almost like a clean foul as Cooper picks up his 4th foul, and that'll send Graff to the free throw line. He has had quite a ball game for the Alcoa Tornadoes. He'll go to the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots here. 64-60 the score. 2:07 to play in the ball game. Here's the first one. No good. Maybe I jinxed him, Caleb. Said he had a great game. He missed a shot. Should I say it again? Boy, he's been awesome.
He has just not missed a shot so far, Dave.
64-60 the score. Graff back to the free throw line. 2:07 to play. The Wildcats down. Hey, it worked. Shamar with the rebound for the Wildcats. Down it goes to Charlie. Charlie drives in, goes all the way to the hole. Blocking foul called. That's a tough call against the Tornadoes. I think Charlie probably should have dished it off to Malik there.
He had tunnel vision right there. He saw the rim, and he was going up with it no matter what.
And they got fortunate on the call, though. That very easily could have been a player control foul, but it worked out in our favor. So
he started moving those feet, I think, a little bit early. He was expecting the contact.
Charlie's free throw is good. He's an 80% free throw shooter. Makes it a 3-point game, 64-61, 2:02 to play, and Charlie will go back to the free throw line.
We need these really bad right now.
Toppenheim second shot, good. 2-point game, 64-62. Alcoa on top. We're under 2 minutes to play in the ball game. With the basketball will come Alcoa. Condis Cherry works the ball. It's at the free throw line, goes in, lost the ball, picked up by Oak Ridge. Ray's got it. Turnover. Tornadoes. Ray coast to coast to the hole. Goaltending. He didn't even call it, but we've tied the ball game. 64-64. That was goaltending all day, I thought.
It was most definitely. The ball had already hit off the backboard, I thought, and lucky for us, it goes in.
They get a shot. It's on its way. Good. Wow. if you're going to foul, you got to foul them hard. And it's a bucket, and it's a 2-point lead for the Tornadoes.
The calls have gotten a lot more tighter and a lot more loose with the whistle now. He had his hand straight up there. It's about the best defense you could have played there in that situation.
Dean will go to the free throw line, trying to make it a 3-point game. 66-64. The lefty puts it up there. No good. A one-possession ball game as Cooper works the ball to Shamar. I don't think it was intended for him, but he caught it. Here comes Ray with the basketball. 66-64. The Wildcats are down by 2. Ray and the Wildcats call a timeout. 1 minute, 11 seconds to play in the ball game, at least in regulation, and the Wildcats trail it 66-64. We'll be back in a moment.
This game is stressful. I'm going to lose my mind if we hit a buzzer beater.
Grayson, that's what Grayson did 2 years ago.
Did you lose it? No, we won. Did you lose it? No, did you lose it? I'm going to lose it if we hit a buzzer beater.
Oh!
What do you think's going to take it if it's going to be someone? Ray?
They'll be all over. They'll be
Ray. What?
Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School. David Clary, Caleb Riker, James Phillips, Titus Fetters, along with David Urbanowitz. Is that correct there? Close enough?
I have no clue how to say his last name, even though we've been friends for
Oh, my gosh.
That's a turnover.
That was not a great play. The Wildcats tried to inbound it and throw the ball away. That was not the play I think they wanted right there. The Wildcats back on defense, trailing by 2, 66-64. Under a minute to play. Very poor possession there by the Wildcats. Tough break. They need a stop. Oh, boy. Malik's playing football again as he shoves number 4, Condis Cherry.
We're going to get Garrett and Ethan back in the game here now. It's going to be Malik and Charlie getting subbed out.
53.8 seconds to play. It'll be Alcoa basketball leading by 2. As I mentioned, and no, the Wildcats almost got a steal as number 0 dribbles out with 48 seconds to play to Eli Graff. Wildcats, here comes the pressure. He's going to drive in now, weaves his way out. Here comes the pass out with 40 seconds to play. Wildcats are down 66-64. Got to foul them soon enough. They let a couple seconds tick off the clock. It's 33.3 seconds to play. 66-64. That is the 15th foul, so they'll go to the free throw line. And unfortunately, Eli Graff,
who just can't seem to miss, David.
no, he's just been lights out all ball game. 2-point game, 66-64. That inbounds play was just not a good one for the Wildcats.
No, it wasn't.
And might cost them the game. Free throw on its way, good.
We did not jinx him that time.
And we really need him to miss here to make it keep it a one-possession ball game. It's one possession now, 67-64, 33.3 seconds to go in the ball game. Back to the line, Eli Graff. Big free throw for him. Toss. He missed it.
No good.
Wildcat ball. Let's get some points here. They don't need a 3 necessarily with 30 seconds to play, but it might be nice. Here comes Oak Ridge. They don't have time. Got to get rid of the ball. Wildcats. Here comes Cooper. Oh, my gosh. They called a timeout too soon. I think Coach Green, if he had that to do over again, he wouldn't have called the timeout because Cooper was wide open to tie the ball game with a 3. But hindsight's always 20/20.
Well, he's going to be able to draw up a play now, but that is one he's going to want to back really bad. But I think he's going to draw up a pretty good play here, be able to tie the game, hopefully.
21.7 seconds to play. I'm going to turn my mic off. The Wildcats down 3, 67-64.
Cooper wasn't even thinking. He was just getting right. Bang.
Now now they don't have time to go for a 2. They've got to shoot a 3 here. Because Alcoa will get the ball. They're going to work it down to about 8. Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School. Oak Ridge ball. Oak Ridge works it into Shamar. He's going to lose it. Now he saves it to Garrett. 3-pointer and a tie. Yes! Yeah! Tie ball game. 67-67 the score. We need a stop on defense. 9 seconds to play. Graff dribbling in, turning, spinning, driving, shooting, good, and they win. Alcoa wins by a final score of 69-67. The Wildcats fall for the first time since Florida, and Alcoa defeats Oak Ridge for the first time since 1998, ending a 17-game winning streak. The Wildcats had the big shot to tie it with Garrett Giles nailing it, but the Wildcats couldn't get the stop on. I believe it was Graff who went down and scored the final 2, and they win it by a final score of 69-67, and they are the champions of the Hammers Hardwood Classic bracket here at Alcoa High School. 69-67, the final score. Great ball game, a great end, but Alcoa wins it 69-67. Let me get Caleb over here to run down the stats. We'll take a break. 69-67 the score. Wildcats fall at the buzzer to Alcoa. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Never beat us. Why did they beat us now? Garrett came back and had a pretty good game, actually. Garrett had a pretty good game, actually. He only had 14, but he had 12 points in the second half, so. Can I charge my phone up a little bit? I'm going to need it in the car ride. No, not yet. Don't end the stream yet, right? Don't end the stream yet, right? No. Oh, so damn close. That's our first loss against the Tennessee team. For us. Lost to Alcoa in 1998. That's bad. That's really bad. Pandemonium in Alcoa.
Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School, where the Wildcats have just been defeated by a final score of 69-67. A buzzer-beating shot by who else? Eli Graff came down the floor, made big buckets, and the state champion quarterback was able to make the shot when they needed it after a really, really huge shot by Oak Ridge's Garrett Giles to tie the ball game at 67-67. But there was still 12 seconds left on the clock, and they came all the way down the floor, got a good look at it, ball kind of rolled off the rim, and they win the ball game 69-67. So not a good day for Wildcat basketball, as the Lady Wildcats were defeated 45-34 by Morristown East. We're waiting for Caleb's final statistics, and we're waiting to speak to the head coach of the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats, Coach Aaron Green. Caleb, you got the final scoring.
Thank you, David. The Wildcats lose to the Alcoa Tornadoes with a score of 69-67. Our leading scorer in the game would be Cooper Williams. Our second leading scorer would be Garrett Giles, who had 12 points in the second half. Then Malik Howard with 13. Raekwon Watson with 10, Charlie Tobenheim with 8, Shamar Green with 4. Like I said, the Alcoa Tornadoes took down the Wildcats here for the first time since 1998. And yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen us lose to Alcoa, even though they had a state-winning team a year ago, right? They won state last year. That's the first time I've ever seen Oak Ridge lose to them.
That was a 17-game winning streak for the Wildcats, ended tonight. But let's go back to the shot. The Wildcats kind of in the third quarter kind of lost their way a little bit. The press caused them all kinds of troubles. They fell behind. But Garrett hit a huge shot there. I mean, there was only 20 seconds to go in the ball game, and the Wildcats needed a 3 to tie it. Garrett goes to the corner, hits that 3, ties it at 67. But unfortunately, there was too much time on the clock. There still was about 12 seconds. Graf comes down the floor. He didn't get the greatest look, but he's had such a great shot going all night for him. He got the roll off the rim. It just kind of dropped in, and there wasn't any time the Wildcats lose.
Yeah, no, it was storybook for Alcoa here. I think they won a boys and girls tournament here. They got the sweep over everybody, but storybook ending for Eli Graf after his insane performance here.
I think it's going to be fun. I think in February we'll come back here. Let me look at the schedule if I've got it here. I think we'll come back to Alcoa in February. I don't think I have the schedule available here. And it's going to be right here on this floor, so that'll be a fun ball game to watch. I can't wait, actually.
Yeah, Will, I think that that game's going to be really close as well. Both teams, since it's going to be later in the year, I think both teams are going to be even better than they already are right now. We had phenomenal play, I think, from just about everybody. Just a really tough loss. Slow third quarter, but every other quarter, really fun to watch for us.
We're waiting to speak to the head coach of the Wildcats, Coach Aaron Green. 69-67 was the final score. Going to put the mic down. Hopefully Coach Green will be up in a minute because we're getting close to kickoff for Tennessee. And who are they playing? Ohio State. I think your Texas Longhorns are about to win.
We already won 38-21, I want to say. 38-24. We'll be moving on. We're going to play Arizona State. Hopefully beat them.
Wow, what an easy bracket. 69-67 the score. We'll be back with Coach Green in a moment. Welcome back once again to Alcoa High School, where the Wildcats have been defeated on a buzzer beater by a guy that just played lights out today. I mean, Coach Green has joined me here. Eli Graf, I don't know what he has done. I know he's a great football player, obviously a state champion quarterback for Alcoa, but man, tonight he just was on fire. He didn't miss, and I hate to take away. The first half was a really good half for you all. I mean, you all played great. Third quarter was not your best, but then came back, made some plays, got some defensive stops, hit a big 3 to tie it, but too much time on the clock. And Graf, I don't know how many.
35.
35 points. Wow.
Yeah, I actually thought he had more than that. I was surprised he didn't have 40. You know, and honestly, I don't want to take away anything from him. I'm almost sure that's probably his career high. You know, with a short turnaround like that, only got to watch 2 tapes, but we played him every year he's been here. You know, we played at Alcoa every year. You know, and I told the guys I'd have to see the stats. I don't know if he scores 35 points, if he has 35 points on the year. He's coming off the bench. He just, you know, he typically hasn't been a great shooter. You know, first half he made 3 or 4 threes. So, and that got his confidence going, and then it made him a little bit harder to guard off the dribble because he's a quick, strong kid, and then we didn't have an answer for him. You know, he posted up some of our guards and scored. He drove some of our, the last play we had, had a 6'5" kid on him. If Garrett made the shot, got put on him, he shoots a fairly contested shot, but, that really wasn't, I mean, as bad as we played in the third quarter, and we just didn't handle the ball well enough to win the game.
No, their press was really very effective.
Yeah, and again, it's this is the struggle you have as far as playing a big lineup. So it's tough to and Ray's having to handle it. It's fatigue. He's got the quickest, most athletic kids we'll see all year on him the whole game. And they're double teaming, and that's stuff. It's good for us to see this, because we're gonna see it as we go when we play really good teams. It's got athletic guards. We saw it against University Lab. Didn't handle it great. I thought, and it sped us up. And like I told the guys after the game, that's typically how we kind of play. We speed guys up and make pressure them, and we couldn't really play that way with this team because they're so athletic. We're so much bigger, but it's a learning opportunity for us, and we got guys that can handle the ball and make plays, and I mean really it's really simple. They were denying Ray, then they'd go trap him. Once they trap him, if you get it out, it's 4-on-3. It's 4-on-3 once you get it out of the trap, and sometimes we're throwing it to our bigs, Cooper and them, which maybe we can make a few adjustments. The bottom line is we want to attack pressure, and when they get it out of Ray's hands. We got to make better decisions with the ball and be strong with the ball and be aggressive and make smarter plays.
I think Alcoa did a really good job adjusting to what you were doing so well in the first quarter in particular, just lobbing it down to Cooper or Shamar, and they did a much better job, and you really didn't have that, really because the pressure was so on them. There was no really room to pass or lob it into them.
Yeah, and that's what, pressure, and they have the personnel to do it like we typically do. But again, the best post defense is what they did. Pick up full court to kind of speed you up. And we still got to be smart enough to we want to attack pressure. I don't want my guys playing on their heels when we get teams that press. You got to be able to attack it, but you got to be smart. If you don't have it, we got to run offense, and maybe it's something for us to look at of really just try to find a better way maybe to get it across half court and run offense. But we're aggressive, and and again this is kind of the chess match. I don't know if it's a chess match or the scheme as a coach that you kind of play with. Like, okay, do we go away from what we normally do, and just try to methodically break pressure, then get down here and run a set every time, which is going to slow the game down drastically. I don't want to badmouth Barry, but be back to the Workman days where you're coming down and just playing really slow ball. It's not who we are. We got to make some adjustments, maybe somewhere in between that, but again, Alcoa's got a really good team. I think the transfer, the Cherry kid, they're good. They've been good without him, but brings them maybe to a little bit different level. But it's proud of our kids. We didn't play our best, gave ourselves a chance to win. Big shot by Garrett there late, and the Graff kid was he just single-handedly beat us really.
I hate to say this, first time in 26 years we've lost to them.
Really?
Yes.
Now we went through a stretch where we didn't play them for a while, right?
Yeah, it's still 17 straight that ended tonight. But you're right. That's an Alcoa team, and we'll see them again here, I believe, in February, late in the season. So. And I think by that time, and I don't want to keep you here because I know UT's just kicked off, but Jarrell will be a little bit better and might be able to help Ray a little bit more. He looks very timid right now.
Yeah, and that's just he hadn't practiced much. I don't think he's practiced once full speed yet. So, we'll get him back in the mix. Love our guys. Got a great team. We just tough one today. Just didn't play well enough to win. And you got to give the Graff credit. I mean, I think you single-handedly beat us. I mean, that's really what you got to tip your hat and keep getting better. And it's a good team. And you're going to take a little bit of break here for Christmas and play two more good teams after Christmas.
Rossview and
Franklin
at Centennial High School. Rossview was a state tournament team a year ago, but I've noticed they're not. They must have graduated a lot.
Yeah, and I've just looked at their record. I know Franklin's got a really good team. Franklin's similar to Page. They're in the same league. They got a 6'9" kid that's a Division I player. So, but yeah, I mean, we'll take some time here and get ready for Santa Claus, and guys get to, as the phone rings here, guys get to spend a little time with family, take a deep breath. But again, I love my guys. Good group. We just got to, it's a postseason sport. We got to learn from winning and losing. We got to continue to get better.
Coach, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in Franklin.
Yeah, thanks a lot, David. Appreciate it.
Wildcats fall on this one, 69-67 on a buzzer beater. That about does it here from Alcoa. They've turned about all the lights off now, so we're going to close it down here. Appreciate David, James, what's your name? Caleb, and Titus for helping us out with our broadcast. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be coming up on the 27th of December from Franklin High School, Centennial High School in Franklin, Tennessee. The Wildcats taking on Rossview. For all the people I mentioned before, final score of the game, the Wildcats lose it 69-67. So long, everybody.